Alright, it's another episode of Jay's Garage. I do not own the rights to this music. AC/DC does, of course. Just using it as an opener. So, let's get this going. How's everybody doing? Another episode of Jay's Garage. Hope I got that in the right spot. So, a couple things to talk about today. I had someone asking me about my Nova page. This page is heavily influenced by Novas and other cool cars. I have a Nova page on Facebook, Pacific Northwest Novas 68 to 72. There are a lot of Nova pages on Facebook. There's one 62 Pacific Northwest 62 to 79. Not mine. I'm on it. But my page is Pacific Northwest Novas 68 and then 72. Get on there and check it out. I put on 3 car shows a year. Last year I did anyway. This year I'm putting on 3, and I'm going to try and put on a cruise to Spokane. So I'm Pacific, located Pacific Northwest in Port Angeles. I know a lot of people in Centralia, Olympia, Lacey, and all over the place. And I'm on a page called, I think it's called Spokane Cruisers, or I forget what it is right now, but they cruise Spokane quite a bit, and there's like hundreds of cars, 100 to 200 cars on every nice weekend. And I've been thinking, it'd be really cool to go over there, a bunch of us to go over there instead of just one person, and just enjoy the cruising, be together in case one of us breaks down. There's going to be guys bringing trailers and whatnot, bringing their cars. Hopefully some guys can bring their tools in case we slip, fly, throw a belt, or who knows what. Break a U-joint. Hopefully nothing any worse. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm looking at doing that on June. So if anybody watching this is within 6 to 7 hours of that, that's kind of a long distance, but if you're 3 or 4 hours away, man, come join us. It'll be a good deal. But you'll have to find out either through here or through my Nova page, Pacific Northwest Nova 68 to 72. And a friend of mine was also asking about my hoodies, my shirts, hoodies, hat, and my shirt that I have on. They have this logo on them, Pacific Northwest Nova 68 to 72. It's on the back also. I'll turn around and see if you can see it. It's right there. And the shirts also have it here on the back and on the sleeve. I think it's over on this side. Yeah, by the way, it's PNWN right there. On the shirt, it's going sideways right there. Anyway, he was wanting to know how much they were. The hoodies, they're anywhere from like 32 on up to like 56 or so for a 5XL. Shipping is a little extra if you want to buy one. These hats, same logo, 25 bucks. It's extra to ship. And the shirts, up to 2XL, they are 25 bucks, 30 bucks, up to 4XL. Bigger than that, they cost a little bit extra, I think like 5 bucks extra. So, but to order them, if you want one, if you want to even look at them, go to my Nova page, Pacific Northwest Nova 68 to 72. And then it's private, so you got to get on the page to even look at the stuff. But get on there and look up hoodies. Just put hoodies, or put in my name, Jay Noble, and see whatever I put on there. And but I would just put in hoodies, and they'll bring it up, whatever I got on there for hoodies, and you can see them. I've done different colors. I've done this. This is what's this supposed to be? Khaki with black lettering graphics. I've done black with white graphics, black with pink graphics, and the black with pink graphics, man, that looks really awesome. Let's see, I've done gray, black graphics. That's the first one that I've done. And I just did a couple of purple ones with, I think it was white graphics. and it actually turned out really nice. I'm a little bit limited to some of the colors I can do because some colors they cost too much, you know, and I don't want these hoodies to just be really expensive. You know, shipping is like $9 or something like that, depending on how far it is. Anyway, so that's for the hoodies and everything. So Nova shows, I was talking about that. The first one I do is Midwinter Mixer. I used to do it at the end of the year, but now I do it in the beginning of the year, right around January 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, right around there. And every show I've done this for 3 years. Last year I had 3 shows. Year before that I had 2. I think the first year I had 1 or 2. And I've never had a rain out yet. 1 show, and that's pretty good for Pacific Northwest, especially where I have these things down in Olympia. I had one in Olympia, Lacey basically, and then down by Rochester, by Grand Mountain. So, but one of them, the one in Olympia, Lacey area, it was a little bit misty, and then it dried up. All the other ones, I've never had any rain. You know, no measurable rain at all, just the one that was misty. They've been kind of cold, and then they turned out basically like it is right now. So that's the Midwinter Mixer. It's always in January. Now, Springfest. I had the first Springfest last May, 22nd, I think it was, and it would turn out pretty nice. I had about 80 to 100 cars, and also last year, a little over a year ago or so, the Midwinter Mixer, there was 100 to 100 and something cars at that one. And then the next one I have is the November. Instead of November, it's the November show, and it's in November, of course. And always, you know, Novas are the highlight of the show. The last one we had, I think, 16 Novas there, 68 to 72 Novas. Then there were other ones, you know, all the other years. There's this guy from up north, I don't know where he's from, Puyallup or something, Graham, I don't know. He's got a really nice Pontiac. It's green, you know, it's a Nova body style. It's very nice. I don't remember what his name is. I'll have to hit him up and do a little video interview with him in his car, which that's something I want to get back to and get to in just a little bit, talking about that. So the 3 car shows I have coming up this year, one I've already had, the Midwinter Mixer. I got Springfest coming up May 21st. Now, if you watch this and you want to go to it, it's going to be in Enumclaw, Washington, at the Thunderdome Car Museum, and they're going to be giving away a Nova. I believe it's a 70 Nova they have, and tickets are already sold out. The last tickets they had, I forget how many they had, like 80 or something like that. They came to my last car show. No, not the last one. Was the November show, I think it was, that they came to, and they sold the rest of their tickets. And the proceeds are going to, I believe, leukemia research or something like that. I'd have to get a hold of them, contact them, and find out for sure. Anyway, so my next show is going to be at the Thunderdome, Thunderdome Car Museum. And so their car and my Nova Page cars are going to be the highlight of the show. And what I'm working on right now is trying to get some businesses to give some parts up so I can, I was thinking donate them, but what I'm going to do, I think, is have an auction. Either have guys, you know, $50, $100, $80, whatever, or they're going to come up, write down what they want to pay for whatever part, and whoever has the highest bid gets it. Parts I'm going to try and get there, I'm going to try and get some traction bars. I'm trying to get some, maybe some leaf springs, shocks, just really cool stuff. Upper and lower control arms. You know, they're kind of sort of big ticket items. You know, a couple $100 to $600 or $800. But I think that if I tell them, look, the proceeds of this will be going to charity, they might be willing to give up these parts a little more readily. So I got the car shows covered, the cruise to Spokane covered. That's hopefully going to be in June. Hoodies, hats, and shirts covered. What else? My Nova page, I covered that. So the 555 I got over here, I talked about that in one of my other videos. Haven't heard back from the machine shop yet about when I can bring it in. I got the heads for it a week ago, 2 weeks ago almost. Has it been that long? A week ago, last week. What am I thinking? I got them last week at a swap meet. They're some pretty good heads. They're imported a little bit. So when I take the heads in, I think I'm gonna have them flowed. Have each one of them just one port flowed to see what they flow. And because when you do that, and when you find out exactly how many cubic inches you have, and you detail everything, you check it out, and you flow your head, you can get a better idea, excuse me, of what size cam will work out for you. Because you don't want to just throw a cam in there and hope for the best, right? Cross your fingers. You detail everything. You CC your heads, and you put a piston in the cylinder, and you can CC your cylinders with the piston in it. See how much room you got in there. Then you figure out what cam will work best. I'm probably going to use the cam I have now for now, and then once I figure all that out, I know what I can change to later to go even faster. I'm shooting for 1,000 horsepower with what I got, with the pistons I got and everything, and with the heads I got. I should be able to come pretty close. I mean, there's machine shops that have 555s and 565s, and they're working with 10-to-1 motors, putting together those things, and they're like 950 horsepower. And this one should have 15-to-1 pistons. I think that's what they are. So I should easily reach 1,000 horsepower. I don't know if I'm going to put it in this. This one has a 555 also. It's got 800 or 900 horsepower. The guy I bought it from, he was doing 950s at 142, and he was being a little bit easy on it, actually. His friends think that it should be doing really low 9s, maybe even high 8s. And from the 60 foot that it did, let me think a minute. Well, from the speed 142, it should be doing really low 9s. So anyway, what else? My friend was asking what shop I have. Well, I don't have a shop. Just my garage. Got a lot of stuff in it. I got too much stuff in it. Hate to say that. Anyway, trying to make some content here. Show you guys my bike. I actually have a video somewhere else on this deal here on my YouTube page. That bike right there is from Zach Wild. Zach Wild. He did a build a long time ago, and they gave it away. And a friend of mine said, "I'm gonna get that bike," and his girlfriend said, "No, you're not. You're never gonna get the bike." Well, he didn't win it. Some guy up north, Seattle area or something, won it, and he ended up putting it for sale. And then Phil, he actually put the bike, the guitar up for sale, because he won the bike and the guitar. So he ended up putting the guitar up for sale first, and he kind of screwed Phil out of the guitar, and then he put this up for sale, and they made a deal. And he says, "By the way, this is Phil. You screwed me over on the guitar. Don't screw me over on this bike." So he had the bike until about 9 years ago, and I bought it from him. It needed a little bit of work. I did some work to it, and it's still having an issue. So there it sits. It's a Zach Wild buzzsaw chopper. You can Google it. Not a whole lot of pictures. You got to look a while to find it, but there's a lot of pictures of the models and stuff. But anyway, that's it. And this is my 69 Nova. I got my 72 Nova around over there in an enclosed trailer. Okay, so I'm in a wheelchair, so Sorry if this looks ends up kind of funky. Give me a second. I gotta put the phone right there. Alright. This part of the video is gonna kind of suck. Alright. So that's my 555. I did a video of it a few weeks ago. And that's some more of it right there. I just got other junk in here. Oil pans for small blocks and big blocks. Carburetor. And I got a 350 over there. Let me see if I can enlarge this. There we go. I got a 350 over there. I bought from a guy. I got everything, the intake and the pan, carburetor, headers, everything. And I was gonna put it in my truck, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put it in my Nova, 72 Nova I had for a long time. And I ended up this guy that I was trying to sell the car for a long time. No one wanted to give me the money I wanted for it. So turn this around here. So anyway, I couldn't get the money I wanted out of it. And this guy, he finally sold his boat, because he said, if I sell my boat, I'll buy the car. But I'm only gonna have like 4, maybe 45. I'm like, man, I need more than that. I was wanting like 5 or more for it. Finally, after a few months, he got a hold of me, and I had just put the engine there in the Nova, and he called me up and says, hey, I got the money. Is it still for sale? I'm like, dude, well, I'll sell it to you, but it's got an engine in it now. It's going to cost more. Anyway, he's like, man, all I got is $4 grand. And I'm like, you know, I was thinking about it. That car sat for a long time in storage. It was probably going to have electrical issues, maybe, you know, just issues this and that. So I thought about it for a number of hours, and I called him up and I said, let's do this. Can you be here tomorrow? So he came up the next day. We took the engine out of it, and he bought it for $4 grand as a roller. It was that one was a 71, and that's on my Nova page. You can see that there. You got to scroll down quite a ways. Anyway, so this baby here, I was looking for a kind of like a daily driver. I wasn't looking for a race car, because I got a race car. It's a high 10-second car. The best it ever did was a 1082 and a bunch of other 1080s. And there's videos of those on my Nova page, or my YouTube page. Anyway, there was a guy that used to be on the Nova page, and he used to be on Facebook, but he got off of it. And he put this car for sale on OfferUp or something. I forget what it was. And I was looking at it, and I was like, that car looks familiar. Hey, it's Jim. I know Jim. Because I actually sold him a tail panel, an SS tail panel, and a grill, I think it was. Some couple of years. In fact, the day I sold my white Nova, I sold my 71 and a 70. Both of them were in storage. There's pictures of those on the Nova page. And the day I sold the white one, the 70, the guy met me, and I sold him the tail panel, SS tail panel, and the grill. Anyway, so right about a year ago, when I bought this, he had this for sale, and he wasn't asking all that much for it, really. Like 10 or 11 as a roller, and it was a bit more with the engine in it. And I'm like, you know, I didn't really want another race car, but it's a 9-second car, mid-9. It should do low 9s. And you know what? I'm going to buy it. So he said, all right, we made a deal. And kind of funny, I was like, well, now I need somewhere to put it. I don't really have a whole lot of room in my garage. And he says, well, I do have an enclosed trailer. So we made a deal, a package deal on both of them. And we brought it home. Almost burnt the transmission up in the Yukon. Here we go forward a little bit. I know I already have a video of the inside of this. You know what? I'm not going to deal with that. It's going to be too hard to hold the phone and open that door with the room that's in here. But you can look on my other videos. There's videos of this thing running. Videos of the inside. I'm going to turn this sideways. Show under here. And I know I got a bunch of junk in here. Whoops, excuse me. A little leg spasm there. big tire car. I think it's was it 14.5 wide or 15 wide, I forget. But he put some I don't know, it's plastic coat on those wheels. I don't really like it, but it is what it is right now. It is what it is until it's not. So anyway, I haven't been able to get in it because it's got an X brace in it. My wife's made some passes in it. I told my wife when she ran it at a couple tracks that aren't really sticky tracks. Riverdale, down by just past Centralia a little ways. We went there for the first time with this thing. I mean, I've been there before, but the first time with this, we went there. I let her make some passes, and I said, don't make any full passes. Just partial passes. First time we ever took it out. Because, it's got quite a bit of horsepower. And at that point, she'd only made passes in my black one. And I even told her, partial throttle, don't do full passes yet. It's only, 10-second quarter and a 680s or so, 690s in the eighth. But on a track that isn't the best, didn't want her full throttling it. Anyway, so then we took this thing out, made some passes with it, and then we went to Forks, because I don't live too far from Forks. We took it there the next day and ran it there for a while. And I think we went there twice now, but the quickest she's went with it was a 631 at 112 or something, and then some 640s. But I know the car's faster than that because the guy that owned it before, his friend said he did some 690s with it. So, and another thing, a reason why I know it'll go faster, I had her buckle up in it. I took the hood off, and I had her put her foot down where she usually does when she made passes. She put her foot down on the throttle, and she's not real tall. She's not real short, She doesn't have real long legs. But I had her hold it there, and I grabbed the throttle linkage, and I pushed it back more. And it was right at about 3/4 throttle. So she was doing 630s and 640s right at about 3/4 throttle. I had her do it again, and it was right about the same. I think it was a little bit less the next time. So it was in between half to 3/4 throttle. That's all she's been using at these passes, doing these passes. She did a number of them that were a lot slower because, it's a pretty fast car. And at one point, it got a little bit loose on her, and she let out of it. So I just wanted her to learn slow. I don't want her to go all balls out and get all crazy. So anyway, so that's what we got going on. I'm thinking about those aluminum heads I got on my other video. I'm thinking about selling them and getting some Brodix heads. I kind of know a guy that has some Brodies for sale right now, but I just don't want to bring some more parts home and have my wife freak out. She's already telling me, you don't need all this stuff. You're hoarding parts. Well, yeah, I guess I'm a car hoarder. Like my other video, I buy parts for cars that I don't even have. Because I do plan on getting a daily driver Nova. And if it has like a 6-cylinder, or especially if it has a 307 or something with 305 in it, I want to put a bigger engine in it. And I have a bunch of stuff here for a 383. But the heads I have for that came with it, they're like China heads. So there's no markings or nothing on them. And I think I'd rather have something that already flows really good that I don't necessarily need to port. Anyway, so I'm going to try and post this tonight. It takes a long time to put this thing on YouTube where I am because of the cell service here. I think if I drove down the road, I probably wouldn't take very long to do it. So anyway, hopefully this will go out tonight or in the morning. This is Friday the what is it, 10th or 11th or something like that. Anyway, I'll be doing more content soon. Hope you guys like it. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Click like and comment and all that kind of stuff. And by the way, if I know some of you know me that are watching this, if you're wondering why this eye is a little bit more closed than this one, I have Bell's palsy. I've had it for a year now, and it's not going away. So I'm not having a stroke. Nothing weird going on except Bell's palsy. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. All right. See you guys later. Peace out.